Zakat is a compulsory religious obligation in Islam, which involves the payment of a certain portion of one's wealth to help the poor and needy. It is one of the 5 pillars of Islam and is considered an act of worship that purifies the soul and wealth of a Muslim. The word zakat comes from the Arabic word zakah, which means growth, purification, and blessing. Zakat belongs to the poor and needy, and it is calculated based on the amount of wealth a Muslim possesses, including cash, gold, silver, investments, and other assets. It is a fixed percentage of the wealth, which varies depending on the type of asset. It is only applicable to those Muslims who have reached the minimum threshold of wealth, which is known as nisab. The nisab is equal to the value of 87.48 grams of gold, or 612.36 grams of silver. If a Muslim's wealth exceeds the nisab, they are required to pay zakat. For example, the zakat rate for cash, gold, silver and crypto assets is 2.5% of their value. In addition to cash, gold, and silver, zakat is applicable to other types of assets, including agricultural produce, livestock, and business profits. The zakat rates for these assets vary, and they are calculated differently. Zakat on crypto assets is equal to 2.5%. You can calculate the zakat of all your assets, including crypto assets, on www.islamicdonate.com, and pay directly with crypto. It is spent according to the Quranic verse, in Surah At-Tawbah verse 60. This verse outlines 8 categories for zakat distribution. The poor, those who have little to no means of subsistence. The needy, those who are struggling financially, but may not be completely destitute. Recent converts, new Muslims who may need financial assistance to integrate into the community. Debtors, those with legitimate debt, who are unable to repay it. For the cause of Allah, activities that promote Islam and the well-being of the Muslim community. Wayfarers, travelers who are stranded or in need of assistance. This includes people displaced by war or natural disasters. Zakat collectors, those who manage and distribute zakat. Manumission, to free slaves. Not applicable in contemporary society. Surah At-Tawbah verse 60. Zakat expenditures are only for the poor and for the needy and for those employed to collect zakat, and for bringing hearts together, for Islam, and for freeing captives, or slaves, and for those in debt and for the cause of Allah and for the stranded, traveler, an obligation imposed by Allah. And Allah is knowing and wise. The wealth of a person is not diminished by giving zakat, rather, it increases. These hadiths by Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, also provide guidance on zakat. Zakat is considered an act of worship that purifies the soul and wealth of a Muslim, and it is an important part of Islamic finance and social welfare system. Pay zakat easily through www.islamicdonate.com. Use our online calculator to determine your zakat amount. Link in description. We at Islamic Charity ensure your zakat reaches those who qualify according to these categories, fulfilling the Quranic directive and purifying your wealth.